Hey, what you guys doing here? Oh, right, you want to hear a story. Well, lucky for you, I happen to have one. It is by one of my absolute favorite all-time authors, Kevin Henkes. Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, Chrysanthemum, Wendell Worried. I bet you a lot of you have read some of those or heard some of those from your teacher, and I bet you kind of love Kevin too. Well, this is a little bit different. This is not going to look like your typical Kevin Henkes book that you're used to. It's illustrated by Laura Dronzak. So they worked on this together. Kevin wrote the words, Laura illustrated it, she did the pictures, and I picked this one mostly just because I think the pictures are beautiful, and I think the pictures and the words match perfectly. I think you're going to really be interested in how Laura shows Kevin's words. Birds. There's your title page. In the morning, I hear birds singing through the open window. Birds can be yellow or blue or brown or red or even green, I think. You seen birds that are all those colors? Whoops. Sometimes they are so black that you can't see their eyes or their feathers, just their shapes. I think that happens sometimes when you see a crow by the side of the road. Kind of can't really see anything. Birds can be big or little or any size in between. There's a big one. There's a teeny little hummingbird. Once I saw 7 birds on the telephone wire. They didn't move, and they didn't move, and they didn't move. You ever see this when you're in the car and you're driving and birds are just kind of hanging out there? They didn't move. I looked away for 1 second, and they were gone. I love how to match those words, and then they were gone. She just drew on empty telephone wire. I think that's so cool. If birds made marks with their tail feathers when they flew, think what the sky would look like. But there's some imagination, just imagining. If they were just painting the whole time they were flying. If clouds were birds, the sky would look like this or this. Sometimes in winter, a bird in a tree looks like one red leaf left over. Have you ever looked up in a tree and just seen one bird? Looks like a cardinal to me. If there are lots of birds in one tree and they all fly away at the same time, it looks like the tree yelled. This is my favorite page. Surprise! You ever seen that? A bunch of birds all fly away at the same time? Surprise! Pages are stuck again. If I were a bird, I'd ask where all the other birds go when it's stormy and they can't get home to their nests. Where do you think the birds go when it's stormy and they can't get home to their nests? I like to pretend I'm a bird. I can't really fly. But I can do this. I can sing. And all of you can sing too. I've heard you all sing. Singing is a wonderful thing to do. So that's it. It's just a beautiful book with interesting ideas And I bet you that the author and the illustrator had to work really hard together to make that really come out the way they wanted, because he had these interesting ideas like feathers in the sky, or birds yelling surprise, or trees yelling surprise. And then the illustrator had to take those ideas and turn them into the artwork. So you're going to have some free time on your hands now that school's out officially. So maybe it's time to dig out the paints or the crayons or the chalk and you make some art. Think of something that's things that interest you. If you like birds, draw birds. If you like cats, draw cats. If you like Minecraft, draw Minecraft. Make some interesting illustrations. See what you can come up with. All right, well, that's going to be our last story like this for a while because school is officially out next week. But I think that if you have your parents keep watching the Purdy Penfield website over the summer, you might find some interesting things there. Maybe some stories, maybe some fun activities. So you keep looking there. I'm going to keep reading. I know you're going to keep reading. And love you and I miss you and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.